welcome to another video. Today we're going to do two rankings of the chickens, just to help you get to know the chickens better. The first ranking we're going to do is how aggressive each chicken is. So the first chicken we'll do is Houdini Jr., because she's right here. So I don't think I've ever seen Houdini Jr. attack anybody unless it was about food. So I feel like for 1 being least likely, 10 being most likely, she's like a 3. She ain't gonna attack anybody unless there's a good reason. And for her, food is a good reason. So next we have Nugget. She attacks chickens. She attacks chickens because they chase her and she doesn't want to be chased. So I feel like she's a 5 because she'll attack, but she's not going to attack for no reason. Now we have Winter. Winter attacks everybody. She's a 9. 100% a 9. She's like, are you talking about me? Yeah, I'm talking about you. She attacks everything and everyone. She'll even attack me just because. So definitely a 9. Okay, we have Potato. Potato will occasionally peck at the other chickens, but not very much, so I feel like she's a 2. As you just saw right there, Brave attacked that Potato for no reason, and she's been doing that all day to all the chickens. Brave is a 10. She will attack just because. And worse than Winter. Fun fact, Winter and Brave grew up together. We got them in the same batch of chicks. Now we have Summer. Summer is the bottom of the pecking order. Summer is at the bottom, so she doesn't attack very often. I feel like she'd be a 2. Okay, we have Roxy. I've only seen Roxy attack a chicken like twice in her whole life. So I would say Roxy is like a 1. She's not going to attack very easily. I have changed my mind on this information being with her for the last few days. She has been in the worst mood. Did you just see that? She is so mad at everything. I don't know what her deal is. And I mean, they've had plenty of water. I don't know why they're so thirsty. They're just like, water. But Roxy is just, she is being so mean. Now we have Connie. Connie attacks a lot. She's the biggest bully. She will attack just because she wants to attack. So I feel like she's also a 10. Now we have Cottontail. Cottontail doesn't really attack, so I feel like she'd be like a 1 or a 2. Now we have Pasty. Pasty is an angel. Pasty does not attack very much. Pasty would be a 1 or a 2. I feel like most of them, the babies, would be a 1 or a 2 because they just don't attack. Okay. Aggression level on both these chickens is 0. I'm not even joking. I've never seen them attack anybody. So 0. Both of them 0. The second ranking we're going to do is how vocal each chicken is. Houdini Jr. That was adorable. Houdini's not very vocal unless you pick her up or put her on the leash. Then she's going to tell you her opinion about the world. I feel like she'd be, if you're not holding her. If you're not holding her, she's a 2. But if you're holding her, she's more like an 8. Nugget. Nugget's kind of vocal. She'd be more like, I don't know, a 3 or 4. Cottontail. Cottontail is like, she's not very vocal. On the leash and off the leash, she is quiet. So I feel like she'd be a 2. Pasty is not very vocal either, unless you tell her it's time to go in the coop. Then she gets mad and she'll start screaming. So I feel like she's more of a 3. Red Potato, very, very quiet. Very quiet. Very, very quiet. A 1. Definitely a 1. Then we have Winter. Winter's pretty vocal. Pretty vocal. She's like a 4. She's gonna tell you about the world, but she can be quiet too. We have Roxy. Roxy is very vocal. Hi, Houdini. Anyways, Roxy, you look like you're about to destroy the world with your eyes right now. Not joking. Guys, be nice. Winter, I am going to lose it. Bless you. Okay, anyways. No, it's raining. Why is it raining? Okay, back to Roxy. Roxy is very vocal. I feel like she'd be a 6 on the scale. Very vocal chicken. But she's being quiet right now. Summer. Summer is very vocal. I think she'd be an 8. She can be very vocal. And more than once, in the background of a video, all you hear is Summer screaming. She will tell you about the world and if she's up to standards or not. What are y'all doing over here? They're just chilling. Okay. Then we have Brave. Brave can be pretty vocal, especially if she's broody. They all look like they're about to destroy the world with their eyes. Not joking. Anyways, stop eating my toes, please. Anyways, so for Brave, I feel like she'd be a 5, because she can be pretty vocal. Now to Connie. Connie's not very vocal. I feel like she'd be a 4. She's not very vocal. I'm serious with those eyes. They look like they're gonna destroy the world. Bean is not very vocal, so I would say maybe like a 3. She can be vocal, but she's not very vocal. Then we have Fluffle. Fluffle is very vocal. She's like an 8 or a 9. She is vocal.